The Courthouse on the Square Museum is preparing to unveil a new exhibit on the University of North Texas. This exhibit will feature the likes of Don Henley, Norah Jones, as well as the legendary Roy Orbison. With vehicle theft being on the rise, you should always follow these 3 special rules when exiting your vehicle. Be sure you always take your keys, hide your belongings, and always lock your car. Now, running is a great way to stay in shape as well as shed some unwanted pounds. Now, I always recommend when running that you do stay on a concrete path such as this one to avoid any injuries to your legs, ankles, and also your feet. Now, I also recommend staying in the shade just like this. That way you don't have to worry about the risk of heat exhaustion or the chance of a heat stroke. And the #1 rule when always running or exercising outdoors is always have your water on you and always remain hydrated. Well, Barry, I'm standing here at the pool of the Shady Oaks apartment complex where hours ago a young boy fell in and nearly drowned. Fortunately, the boy's father was able to save him and he has been transported to the Denton Regional Hospital. Now, the child's parents are holding the apartment complex liable, claiming negligence on their part. But as we take a look over here, the apartment complex does have a sign showing that there is no lifeguard on duty and that you are swimming at your own risk. Now, with that being said, authorities are wanting to reinforce that parents closely monitor your children through the summer season as they're swimming, and also make sure they're swimming in a safe zone that their swimming capabilities can handle. Barry, back to you. Well, I've just finished reading my most recent issue of GQ magazine. Now the question is, what am I going to do with this now? I'm not going to read it again. I don't think anybody wants it. It's an old magazine. Well, today I'm going to teach you a new way to reuse all of your old magazines, as well as decorate your home or your apartment. Let's get started. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is, unfortunately, you're going to have to cut off the cover. So you want to open it up, grab a pair of scissors, and get cutting. Now be sure to do this to the front and back cover. Now that our covers are out of the way, our next step is to look for any awkward pages, such as any cologne ads with thicker paper. And all you want to do now is just rip them out. Now your first step is to get the first page, the top right corner, and fold it into the spine of the magazine. You want to crease it about 2/3 of the way down. Second, you want to get the bottom right corner of the page and fold it just how you did the top right into the spine. Now you do want to make sure that the edges do line up with the middle. And again, crease about 2/3 of the way, leaving this rounded. You're going to want to repeat this process for every page. Now you will be folding for quite a while, so you may want to get comfortable. Now when you finish folding, it should look something like this. If you went with a straight edge, it'll look just like this. If you went for the rounded edge, these creases will be much wider. We finished folding, we have our new decoration. Now we have to go hang it up on our wall. You're going to need some tape, a nail, and a hammer. Now the first step to hanging your new decoration is looking for the middle of the spine. So you want to go about the middle of the magazine, which is just about right here. And you're going to want to place your nail up towards the top. After you line it up and where you want to hang it, hold it in place, grab your hammer, just gently tap it into the wall. Once you've done that, you want to go and spread your pages apart. Grab your tape. Loop a piece of tape around. You want to tape the outside pages on each side. Now that you've hung up your new decoration, all that's left is to straighten out your pages and it's ready to go. Now that we're done, you've reused your old magazines and we've decorated your home or apartment. Last thing to do is to get any pages you may have ripped out and RECYCLE recycle. The Denton Downtown Square is home to not only local businesses such as recycled books and more fun comics and games, but also to historical landmarks such as the county courthouse and the gravesite of the city's founder, Mr. John B. Denton. Denton residents as well as tourists frequent the square every weekend to shop and eat at their local favorites. But the square's most recent construction of a Subway restaurant located in the historic Texas building has hurt the local identity of the square. With the downtown square being such a historical icon, as well as a domain for local businesses, many are asking, why a Subway?
Putting a Subway on the square is very corporate, very stale in a county that's always prided itself on being very small business oriented.
I don't have a problem with the sandwich shop, but I think it clashes with the atmosphere. We're in an old town square and we're bringing in modern looking environment.
Local business owner Diana Robler believes that business on the square should remain local.
I think as a business owner on the square, it's kind of challenging to see somebody as national as Subway coming into our downtown. We have so many local restaurants right here on the square that you certainly don't want them competing for their dollar that's down here.
With construction nearing completion, Denton residents fear this could be the first of many delocalizations on the downtown square. Reporting for NTTV News, I'm Michael Casias.